Jose just turned 60 on June 14th. We were going to have a big 60th birthday party that is now transitioned to the celebration of life. He was a multifaceted man that wore many hats and had this amazing ability to compartmentalize areas of his life, each giving us a different experience of him. As we come together today, we honor his presence he had in our lives, the husband, the father, sibling, son, grandfather, Papa Che, as the little guys would run around. Papa Che, Papa Che. Where's Papa Che? And he was charismatic in his own way. Today we experience Jose as an amazing man integrated in spirit. He was a joker. I particularly didn't like his cynical humor. He was hard-headed. He was stubborn. He was direct, no-nonsense kind of guy and could cut you with a slice of a knife with his words. He was determined in breaking generational dysfunction, giving opportunities he did not have for his children. Our children were never hungry, never without resources, knew they were loved and cherished without a doubt, and never had to guess that. There's going to be a lot of firsts for us and a lot of never agains, which is definitely heartbreaking. So I met Jose 37 years ago, June of 1987. I was only 20. I'll never forget when we locked eyes as he walked into Denny's with his posse. And his thick accent, he looked straight at me and goes, "Ooh, mamacita." We dated 3 months. I moved in, and a year later, July 23rd, 1988, we were married. So next week would have been 36 years. I will miss his "How was your day" on a scale from 0 to 10, honey. Let me give you a hug and make it better. And then if I walk past him, "Hey, where's my kiss?" And I'm going to end, as I know Jose would want me to share those 4 phrases with you, as if it's coming from him to you. Okay? Ho'oponopono. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you.
Julian is known as Jose.
Next thing you know,
No, fortunately.
Of course.
He wasn't perfect by any means, but he was just the best that I could have ever asked for. He was patient, kind, and loving. He taught me so many things. How to ride a bike, how to drive, how to cook, how to throw a football, and how to gamble, although I'd rather spend it on gas money. He showed me what hard work and dedication was like. He was the ultimate provider, an example of the American dream, starting from nothing and working your way up. He was determined to make sure we were always comfortable and never had to struggle the way that he did. I will cherish all of our family trips, tailgates of the Raider games, amusement parks and camping adventures, family game nights, birthday dinners, and parties. He always showed up and supported me. He was there when I needed him no matter what, even if I didn't ask. If I needed the pool cleaned, he was there. The hole in my tire, he patched it. If I wanted a snack, he made me one. If I was hurt, he bandaged me up and made me laugh. He truly spoiled me. When I was younger, we would go on daddy-daughter dates every other weekend. He showed me what it meant to be loved unconditionally, that you sacrifice and compromise for your partner. And that it's important to have fun and laugh, to know my worth and never settle for less than what I deserve. He accepted my blended family as his own and never pressured me to conform to society's belief from what a family should look like. His eyes would light up when he saw the kids. He showed up for them just as he did for me and my brother growing up. He taught me not to sweat the small stuff, to live with joy and happiness in everything I do. It will be hard to remember this for a while, but I will try, because that's what he would want from me. I will miss you forever, Dad. Your smile, your laugh, and your tight hugs, even if they're kind of sweaty sometimes. I'll miss hearing you say, "What's up, Mija?" I'll always be your little girl. And life won't be the same without you. I love you, Daddy. I was his angel, and now I'm his mom.
My dad was my hero. He was kind, he cared deeply for so many people. He worked harder than anyone I knew. Despite his busy schedule, he always made it to every single one of my football games. I can still picture him on the sidelines cheering me on like my biggest fan. One of the most unforgettable moments, I got blindsided in the back really badly. And my dad, who never came down to the field, was screaming for me to walk over to him. He looked me straight in the eye and said, "It was number 85, go hit that motherfucker." He always had my back, no matter what. He loved me and cared about me more than anyone else ever could. Now that I have my own boys, I understand the bond between a father and a son more than ever. It's a connection that doesn't need a lot of words, but is incredibly strong. But if I could tell him one thing now, it would be that I get it. I know he wanted to be there, and that he did everything he could. Providing for our family was his way he showed love. Dad had a tough childhood, but he was determined to make sure I didn't have to go through the same struggles. He was selfless, always giving his all to us and everyone in his life. He was funny and soft, but also assertive and strong, traits I've tried to learn from him. I always remember his sense of humor. Even in the hardest times, he could make us laugh. His laugh was contagious, and his smile could light up a room. He had the amazing ability to find joy in any situation. Dad, I love you. Thank you for being my hero, my mentor, and my friend. You've left a mark on all of our lives, and we'll carry your memory with us always trying to live up to the incredible example you set. Thank you.
I need those moments to hold me now. I need those moments to ease my mind as my memories fade. I need those moments to keep me sane. A flicker of light as I say your name.
When I first came into this family, it was kind of a weird time. I had my son and I had my daughter. I wasn't pregnant with Julian yet. Jose was introduced to my kids as Papa Che. And instantly, he just loved my kids, just as if they really were always in his life. That was so beautiful to me. And instantly, he became Papa Che. I remember I was still drinking at that time, so I was pretty intoxicated, and I kept calling him Papa Che, Papa Che, Papa Che, trying to get his attention. And Veronica and DJ would be like, you don't have to call him Papa Che, you can call him Jose. But that wasn't who he was to me anymore. He was my kid's grandfather now. He was Papa Che. I referred to him as Papa Che, and then I find myself speaking to him even now and today. He's Papa Che.
I have to say, one of my very first and most fun memories of Jose was when we were little, or I was little, and he would get home from work, and we would see how many of the neighborhood kids could jump on his back and hang off of his muscles. And I know there's a picture that you have somewhere in your photo album, and it has like 3 to maybe 6 or 5 of us. And Jose's flexing, and we've got like a kid here, one on the back, one around his waist. And my childhood was just so much joy because I had Jose and Monica and Veronica and Daniel. And then when you guys moved, and I was completely devastated. And I remember asking, like, is Veronica have to leave too? And Jose said, don't worry, like, we will see you. And you guys arranged times for Jose to pick me up on Fridays during the summer when he was off of work from San Jose and take me to Los Baños. And I'd spend the whole weekend with you guys. And then early Monday morning, he would drive me back and drop me off on his way to work. And then when I was able to start driving, I would go and see you guys. And I always referred your family as my Tracy family and Jose as my Tracy dad. And just thank you for giving me someone so strong and noble, yet soft and cuddly to have a role model. When I met Wilbur, he has a lot of features like Jose. And I knew right away, like, I wanted someone in my life as an adult the way Jose was to Monica and parented Daniel and Veronica. No matter how long I stayed, whether it was 2 days or 3 days, Jose always said it was not long enough, and he'd make me feel really, really guilty about that. And I remember one time I stayed like 5 days, and he was like, you're going home already? And I remember thinking, like, okay, when I grow up, I'll be able to stay as long as I want. Well, it doesn't really work out because the older you get, the less time you actually have. I really value the last few years when you and Monica would come to Woodside and we would have lunch, and then we would come here and spend the night, and we did like this tit for tat every couple of months. And you really got to know Wilbur and us as a couple. And Wilbur really got to know Jose, and I know that that's really important to him. So you guys are my forever family. Jose, you're my forever role model, and I love you.
When I think of Jose, I think of 3 things. perseverance, dedication, and family. You know, in life, there's a lot of things that happen. And one thing about Jose is that he took it on full force with no turning back. You know, when I met him, you know, he was, you know, in life, there's a lot of things that happen. And one thing about Jose is that he took it on full force with no turning back. You know, he was always there. He was a person that could always be counted on. You know, his perseverance in life, the stories have been already told by a few people today. And that's the type of man that he was. He wasn't going to settle for second. He was always going to be at the top, no matter what. You're not going to stop him in his life, in his family, in his work over the years. And he has taken every company that he has worked from here to here to here. And it's also for the type of person that they are. And I know if there was a landscape Hall of Fame, he'd be sitting up there.
So they were just wonderful people, and he will be missed. And I love, don't cry because it's over. So smile because it happened. We'll do that.
My name's Lori. I'm a childhood friend of Margot's. I've known her since we were 4 years old. We're like soulmate sisters. We're both therapists now, so that tells a lot about what we've been through. When I first, think of Jose, everybody's described him so beautifully. And, the first word that always comes up for me with him is brave, strong. I'm just going to list them all. Resilient, survivor, a warrior, an Aztec, a fighter, a provider, a protector, a father, a husband, a family man, a sibling, a creator, spiritual being, caretaker, loyal, hardworking, sensitive, proud, and stubborn, kind, loving, funny, goofy, shy, sparkly, playful, sincere, mischievous, and Margot's soulmate. I wish for all of us to emulate any of these aspects of Jose in our lives as we move forward to honor him. I met him around the same time that Margot did. I was a little suspicious of him with that sparkly eyes and the smile and the mamacita comments, and I looked at him sideways several times, wondering what his intentions were. Because, she and I had already been through so much, and I'm like, no, we gotta vet you out. But as I got to know him, I just realized what an amazing man he was. And the next thing you knew, I was standing next to them in a wedding in Reno, honoring their union. Essentially, my dear friend met her soulmate. I said that before. A rare occasion, a rare accomplishment, for anybody. They came together with uniquenesses that really meshed really well, like pieces of a puzzle, which he loved to do. And when you meet your soulmate, everything falls into a beautiful place in a beautiful way. And their cultures mesh beautifully together. They were really good at doing that. And, they were both survivors and thrivers, lifting each other up to their highest level. And that's what I always appreciated about them. And Daniel and Veronica, who I've known since they were babies, are a reflection of that connection. The children of a dynamic partnership led by Jose,
They carried the both of their parents with them. From their looks to their personalities, to the good and the bad, the mischievousness and the stubbornness of their father, and their perseverance and loyalty and integrity. They are a testament that with the right person you can rise above and collectively as a unit accomplish your life's goals. And I know they'll carry those unique traits forward in their lives. I can see it already with their children and their partners. And I know that you don't want to carry your father's traits forward unless your father was a badass like Jose. He was a badass father. And I often talk about him and use him as an example in my therapy sessions with clients who are struggling, both he and Margot. To me, grief and loss are the hardest emotions a person can experience. They take over the body and the soul. They can be all-consuming and stretch the human consciousness to a depth that's difficult to imagine, especially when the loss involves someone like Jose, who clearly impacted all of you. The one thing I just want to share that I think is really probably the most beautiful thing and really reflected their amazing connection is that once I knew that his life was very precious and it was coming to an end, I flew up here to honor this beautiful man and my childhood friend and her family to help in that transition the early morning of June 28th, just a few weeks ago. I'm so proud of you, Margot, and how you facilitated such a beautiful transition. Everybody that was there was a part of this remarkable and amazing experience. From the music to the setting, his family was there as well. And he didn't want to let go. He was a fighter till the end. He didn't want to let go. But slowly we knew that it was his time. And if you could ever have a transitional experience, you would want that experience. It was probably one of the most beautiful and precious experiences I've been to in my life. And you gifted your husband with that beautiful experience. And everything that was said and done, even the deep emotion that came out of you when he took his last breath, was so beautiful and poignant and honoring of him. And I so love you and respect what you did for him. He was an amazing human being. And I just thank all of you for letting me share this piece with you. And I'm hoping that we can all take the blessings of his presence and what he taught us and brought to us forward in our lives. I know I will. And that we're all here to support you and each other as we move through this. I love you. Thank you.
I went to school at Art Freeler. They hit it off. And my son found a family. And Jose was his family and his second dad. And then I got divorced, and I nailed Podesta. And I had a little girl, and he's so sad he couldn't be here today because he had spine surgery. And they were supposed to hang out after the surgeries together. Unfortunately, God had a different plan. But my family really loved your dad. I loved Jose. And we're so sad he's gone, but he's in a much better place. And he was a dad to my kids. And you guys are family to my family. And I really appreciate everything you guys have done. And we love you. Jessica says she loves you. William says he loves you. Michael says he loves you. And you're sorry they can't be here. But one thing I miss is his smile. Jose had the best smile. And it was better than human. He was just Jose. And we were all lucky to know him. Resumir un poco lo que se ha dicho de mis tíos, todos han concordado, desde Mónica, sus hijos, sus colegas de trabajo. Mi tío fue un hombre maravilloso, único, alguien que fue valiente, que en su niñez sufrió mucho. A sus 10 años fue quemado, sufrió mucho, lo tuvieron que llevar a la Ciudad de México a curar, estuvo en el hospital 1 año. Y eso no impidió que él fuera feliz en su vida. Yo tengo recuerdos de él cuando vivía en San José, cuando vivieron en los baños, veníamos en el verano. Mis hermanas Sonia y Adira se venían para acá, se quedaban semanas con mi tío, con Mónica. Fueron como hijas también para ellos. Los llevó a Disneylandia, a los estudios Universal, a Lake Tahoe. Estas son memorias que tienen ellas de él. Yo estaba muy chiquilla, la verdad no me acuerdo de eso, creo que desde niña mi mamá estaba embarazada de mí. La última vez que lo miramos fue en marzo. Yo le hice una fiesta a mi hija por sus 15 años y él estuvo allí, se la pasó contento. Recuerdo cuando entró su sonrisa, esa sonrisa que todos conocemos, una sonrisa muy bonita de mi tío. Tengo entendido que en ese entonces él ya sabía que estaba malo y no quiso decirnos nada a nadie porque dijo que ese no era el lugar para darnos una noticia así. Sé que él, cuando estuvo en el hospital, aún le decía a las enfermeras que lo tenían que curar, que él tenía una fiesta a cual asistir, que le iban a celebrar sus 60 años y él quería estar bien para estar en esta fiesta. Él estaba muy entusiasmado.
When I was a child, my uncle always took us to his home. With my Aunt Margot. They always treated us like their kids. And took us everywhere. My Aunt Margot would fix our hair, put on makeup, and said, "We're taking you to the flea market to find your boyfriend." I'm very happy that my uncle had a wife like her, because I know she made him very happy. And I would really miss my deal. The last time I saw him in March, I'm so happy that I had some time to talk to him. And I think I was the only one that he told about him being sick that day. He made me pinky promise not to tell anybody. My cousin Meadow was there. He was a great man, and I will always keep him close to my heart. As well as you guys. I will always be there for you guys. I love you.
And Jose has been right there with us in all of our crazy antics. The crazy parties and just going out and having fun and dancing. He was always there and just really supportive and just allowed Monica or Margot to be the person that she is, and which I absolutely loved about him. It's going to be very different because I've always known you together, and I know he's still here in the spirit. It's going to be hard to see you without him. So Jose picked out 8 poems, just just for this occasion. He told Monica this is the poem that he would like to have read, so I'm going to read that for him. So this is a poem from Jose to all of you, all of the people that loved him. And it's called Nunca de Olvide, which Veronica helped me, which means I will never forget you. A long time I have lived with you, and now we must be going separately to be together. Perhaps I shall be the wind to blur your smooth waters, so that you don't see your face too much. Perhaps I shall be the star to guide you, your uncertain wings, so that you have direction in the night. Perhaps I shall be the fire to separate your thoughts, so that you do not give up. Perhaps I shall be the rain to open up the earth, so that your seed may fall. Perhaps I shall be the snow to let your blossoms sleep, so that you may bloom in spring. Perhaps I shall be the stream to play a song on the rock, so that you are not alone. Perhaps I shall be a new mountain, so that you always have a home. Hold on to what is good, even if it is a handful of earth. Hold on to what you believe, even if it is a tree which stands by itself. Hold on to what you must do, even if it is a long way from here. Hold on to life, even when it is easier to let go. Hold on to my hand, even when I have gone away from you. We're going to miss him. I love you.
On my way back to my chair, I would like you to think of something that you consider very special about Jose. And put that in your heart. For whatever reason, I can tap the bowl today, it doesn't want to sing, so I'm not sure what's going on. But what I hold in my heart for Jose, 2 words: cowboy boots. I never saw him without his cowboy boots. Didn't matter where, especially at Union. So please be thinking of something special, and thank you.
Always looking for the way. If you work with him, he was looking for the way to do things correctly. Right? I hear his truck was like an office to end all offices. And there's no such thing as a distraction. So, I'm going to share something with you, and you probably heard it. But so what? I'm not looking at my phone, I'm trying. Here we go. The Tale of Two Wolves. One evening, an old Cherokee told his grandson about a battle that goes on inside people. He said, "My son, the battle is between 2 wolves inside us all. One is evil, it is anger, envy, jealousy, doubt, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. The other is good. It is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, forgiveness, truth, compassion, and faith. The grandson thought about it for a minute, then he asked his grandfather, "Which wolf wins?" The old Cherokee simply said, "The one you feed." Now, Jose experienced great hatred and a really horrible 10th year of being in the hospital for his 10th year of life, right? But he found a way to welcome that childlike time back into his life. I could see it in the picture of him coloring in bed, right? On a Sunday morning or whatever it was, a Monday morning. He met people on the path where they were in an understanding. I have heard different stories over the past week or two. And just a story of hearing, he would take Margo to the dentist whenever she had a dentist appointment because she's afraid or does not like the experience of being with a dentist. And he would sit there and hold her feet, comfort her, and be the grounding force that she needed. I heard the words that he was saying when he was in much pain and fighting for his life. He forced himself to pick up his head and get on the phone and say, "Mijo, drive here safe. I'm good. I'll get through this. Just be safe." There were a lot of prayers for his life and a lot of prayers for his well-being. I would like to declare that they worked. They worked. And although his body is gone, his healing continues. What he has brought to the healing of himself has been a service to our world. The spiritual inheritance continues on. You have to look for it. You have to be a part of it. You can be a part of Jose, and every time the wind blows, you can be a part of Jose in your dreams. You can be a part of Jose in any way you see fit. And he might be giving you a nudge from time to time in his spirit, with his spirit, because he believed that he could. He believed that this was an unending journey that we are all on. You can see it in the proof of his life. The family would like you to continue to share if you have any pictures of Jose or any video or anything like that. You would send it to them. They would appreciate it. They're going to be putting together, we have cameras going today. They're going to be putting together something that's meaningful to them. And if you have any kind of pictures that are meaningful to you, they would like to be a part of that. They would like to know what they are. They would like to see. So, look for it. Try and find where Jose is connected to you. It might be in a business decision. It might be in a decision that where you have a thought to maybe choose between an appointment or being with your family or job choice or whatever it is. I've been asking Jose, what is it that I need to know? And I'm going to continue to ask Jose, what is it that I need to know? Whenever I feel like it, I can talk to Jose or be with Jose for 5 minutes a day. In the morning, when Jesus cried when his friend died too. But I can also be a part of mourning with joy. I can be a part of happiness and smiles because I can remember some things that Jose told me, and I can laugh about them again, over and over again, if I want to. It's up to you. Jose is still a part of you, and he'll forever be a part of me. So, I would like to say a prayer that would be said by his ancestors and his current family members. If you would join in with me, the words that Jesus gave us to pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Those are the words that these people would say right now, and they're saying in Mexico. So we connect to him, we connect to his spirit. Right now, Jose, we love you. We appreciate the love that you gave to yourself so that you would not be bitter and angry over life's circumstances. That you would find a happy childhood in your adult living. That you were so expressive and there for others on your path. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet others where they were. Thank you so much for showing people your appreciation, your respect, as we appreciate and respect you for your part in this world, in our lives. And so it is. Thank you, God. The members of the family are going to share.